Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is September 22nd of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage apocalyptic, earth-changing events on the Jewish holidays of Rosh Hashanah, which fall on September 22nd, September 23rd, and September 24th of 2025. For those of you that are unaware, Rosh Hashanah is the first of the high holidays and is described by Wikipedia as days of awe, as in shock and awe, because the CIA is planning to stage DEFCON level events, acts of war, and CBRN related terror attacks in the next 48 hours on these particular holidays. This notion is corroborated by the fact that the holiday of Rosh Hashanah is described as featuring days of cheering or blasting, as in explosions. So exactly what type of attacks are planned is obviously not known, but they will likely feature an earth-changing apocalyptic alien asteroid or comet strike, the assassination of U.S. President Donald J. Trump, the outbreak of a second global biological pandemic, likely featuring nationwide lockdowns, travel bans, some sort of weaponized contagion-related attack, possibly featuring Ebola, smallpox, fentanyl, or anthrax. Some sort of chemical-related attack, possibly originating out of Syria, or some sort of radiological-related event, possibly targeting nuclear reactors. But the end game of this impending wave of terror is a second global biological pandemic and/or World War III. So exactly when these attacks will take place is obviously not known, but they will most likely transpire on the evening of September 22nd, 2025 in the United States during the live broadcast of the Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens Monday Night Football game. Another possible date is the date of the morning of September 23rd, which is obviously September 24th elsewhere in the world, which is when U.S. President Donald J. Trump is slated to address the United Nations. So basically every single television station in the world is going to be tuning into New York when Donald J. Trump addresses the United Nations. And he's going to be speaking on the situation in Palestine, the situation with Iran, the ongoing situation with Ukraine and Russia, and he's also slated to meet with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. So it's highly likely that the CIA is going to seize upon this opportunity and stage some sort of mass attack, terror event, apocalyptic, earth-changing watershed moment in time, some sort of an event during this broadcast. And like I said in my last video, the UN headquarters itself could come under attack by a foreign entity. The date of September 23rd also features the WNBA playoff game of the Indiana Fever at the Las Vegas Aces, and so this is on the evening of September 23rd, 2025 in the United States. We know that the CIA loves to stage terror attacks, natural disasters, political assassinations, and wars during the live broadcasts of sporting events, and this may happen on this particular date. If the CIA forgoes some sort of terror-related attack, they're predictably going to stage an offensive, military offensive by China, Iran, North Korea, Pakistan, or Russia. I am predicting that the CIA is going to stage World War III between Russia and NATO nations on the date of September 24th, which coincidentally marks the anniversary of the Russian attack and invasion of Ukraine back on February 24th of 2022. So that would mark 36. So that would be 41 months since the CIA staged the Russian invasion of Ukraine And so obviously if there's a second Russian invasion of Europe on the date of September 24th, that would mark two such invasions in 42 months, which has the 42 or 24 numerology, which is the letter X, which is the international symbol of death. So obviously, if you look at politically speaking, over the last century, we see that most of the earth-changing events in history have actually happened on Jewish holidays, which coincidentally 90% of them mimic Roman holidays. And we all know that the Romans always had blood sacrifices on their holidays, and the ones that on Jewish holidays tend to be much more secretive. But in this particular case, I'm making this video because it's 100% certain that the blood is going to be shed on these days of September 22nd, September 23rd, and September 24th, and that this is likely going to feature the assassination of U.S. President Donald J. Trump, the murder of A-list celebrities, some sort of CBRN-related attack that's chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear, acts of war, terrorism, World War III, and or the spawning of a second global biological pandemic is expected between the dates of September 22nd through September 24th of 2025. And that is because these are days of awe, as previously mentioned, as in shock and awe, which is when Bush went into Iraq and they blew up a million civilians. So obviously the CIA is planning on staging horrific acts, and these are blood sacrifices. These are offerings up to these esoteric holidays, which have meanings that we are completely unaware of. So obviously, if the CIA stages any political assassinations, terror attacks, acts of war, apocalyptic natural disasters, the murder of A-list celebrities such as Tom Brady, Donald Trump, Taylor Swift, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, etc., on this particular holidays, obviously know that it was planned, and it is part of an ancient, esoteric, and ritualistic blood sacrifice. So if that happens, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.